Hi, Jan Kastner here again on House News. I'm here today with Nate McWilliams with Fairway Independent Mortgage, one of the largest lenders in the country. Nate works in the greater Harrisburg area. I've worked with Nate a long time. I've been doing this for over 35 years, so I think I got it down pretty good on my end as the realtor. But Nate, one of the things that comes to mind, I know we're doing this series, one of the things that comes to mind that I don't think a lot of people take into account when they're starting to hunt for homes is, obviously, most of us have to get a mortgage. And I've seen too many people, let me back that up. I've seen a lot of people that get their mortgage online. They use their cell phone or their computer because it looks convenient. Explain the disadvantages and the advantages of online mortgages versus knowing local people.
Sure. Yeah. Great question. And it's something that people don't typically think about when they're working with an online lender versus a local lender. Are the things that the local lender is going to be doing that an online lender is just not going to be doing? First of all, online is certainly efficient and easily accessible for most people, and they're comfortable doing that. But your local lender is going to have an online option as well, just as Fairway Independent Mortgage does. You can go and do your application online, submit your documents online like you would with any other online vendor. What you get in dealing with a local lender is that you get a lender who's familiar with the realtors, you get a lender who's familiar with the appraisers in that area, and a lender that's familiar with the market in that area. And remember, we're a team. So it's important that we've got chemistry between all of those individuals, and that's what the local lender brings. An online lender is not going to know the local realtor. You may not even be working with that same online individual that you may have spoken to. You may be being passed off to the processor or whoever it might be. With a local lender, you've got that personal contact that you can, in many cases, walk right into their office if you have issues, or meet with them on the weekend perhaps, or an evening call. So the flexibility of being able to contact that lender is going to be reassuring, and it's going to be a lot less stress than when you're trying to call and going through a call system perhaps on an online system.
I think another important point, Nate, is that if a problem comes up, like no problems ever come up in the mortgage process or the home buying process, and if a problem comes up, and I, as the realtor working on behalf, or the client themselves, the buyer, now we're calling California, Chicago, New York, Dallas, wherever the main office is for this online mortgage company is, going through the menu to finally get to somebody, what's this about? Mortgage problem. And that doesn't work.
Right. Yeah.
Press 5 for mortgage problem. I mean, we're going through that. But the problem with that is that we may be running out of time.
Exactly.
Closing is tomorrow. We need this solved today. With you being local, it's a cell phone call away.
Exactly.
And that's what I have found tremendous with you, with the fact that if there is a problem, I pick up the phone, the clients pick up a phone and call you. Wham, bam, boom, it's done.
Right, and that's a great point. There's so many intangibles that happen throughout the mortgage process, issues that come up that can add stress to the process. But to your point about speed and time, that's where that local lender is really going to be able to come in, because one, their team is typically local. I sit right next to my processor. My closer is local as well. If we need something, I don't have to call California. I can walk into the next room and get what I need, or drive to my closer's house and get what I need. And there's been many times, because a lot of times problems arise, or speed or time issues arise, because of documentation or issues that we need, or things that we need perhaps from a buyer or a seller. And there's been many times as a local lender where I've been in somebody's kitchen or somebody's parking lot getting something signed at 10 o'clock at night so that we can make closing the next day. You're not going to get that with an online lender.
You absolutely are not going to get that with an online lender. That's the advantage of knowing Nate McWilliams. This is what you do.
Thank you.
You got it.